Uh, Hi, my best friend's name is George. George is my best friend. Now, I see an American flag. Okay. I reject and kneel to the flag of the Socialist States of America and to the democracy for which it stands. One nation, polarized and strongly divisible, with open borders and Medicare for all. Hey, what you doing? Oh, hi there, George. See, George is my best friend. What you doing? Well, I see this flag of red, white, and blue colors, and I am just reciting what I learned in school. Oh, yeah? What did you learn in school? Okay, well, I learned in school what I do, and I see this flag, and I kneel on one knee. Yeah, George, they taught me well. And I recite, I reject and kneel to the flag of the Socialist States of America and to the democracy for which it stands. One nation, polarized and strongly divisible. I had to learn that one. With open borders and Medicare for all. No, that's not the way that goes. No, that's what my teacher told me. And all the kids in class were reciting the same thing. Well, that's not how it goes. Really, George? See, the teacher's very smart. And all my friends were reciting the same thing. They're smart too, George. Maybe I could introduce you to them. No, that's okay. So, what you learned is wrong. What I learned is wrong, George? Yes. What you learned is wrong. Really? Well then, how does it really go? Okay, the way it goes is, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No, George. My teacher told me this is a democracy. No, George. This is a constitutional republic. That's not what my teacher taught me. My teacher taught me this is a democracy. It's not a constitutional republic. See, my teacher, she's very smart. Well, aren't I smart too, George? No, I'm George. Oh, I screwed up that routine. But anyway, you get the idea. I was waiting for an opportunity to go outside. And what I was going to do was, I was going to turn the camera upside down. So the flag would be upside down, and then when George's friend would speak, I would turn the camera right side up again to say, "This is the right way you see the flag. This is the right way you say the pledge." So anyway, I wrote this months ago, before the pandemic hit, you know. And I was gonna go outside and do this because the flag was outside. And then the winter came and temperature was cold, and then the pandemic hit. And I don't think I'm gonna be let out soon. So I thought to do the routine now. Alright. For a first try, it didn't work out too bad. I got the characters confused between, oh, this is my friend George. George is my best friend. Yeah. And he's not supposed to have a name. Although in the cartoons, he's always Vinny, but I wasn't going to give him a name. So anyway, that was the routine, or that was supposed to be the routine. Anyway, what do you think? Didn't take me long to write that. With the Medicare for All, they just basically, the far left, extreme left, the radical left, the socialist, the Marxist, they gave that to me. They gave that Medicare for All. I says, hey, that fits right there. With open borders and Medicare for All. Right? I says, okay. Well, I know the socialist states of America's right. I got the ending right. And kneeling, I got right. And the strongly divisible and polarized. I mean, this was a routine that was served to me on a silver platter by the radical left. And the socialists, the Marxists, and everybody on the radical far left. They handed that routine to me on a silver platter. And I just knew exactly what I wanted to say. So, anyway, that's what I wanted to do. Alright, guys. Take care. Hopefully, I'll be out of quarantine soon. I had to take another test because one of the staff members came down with COVID-19, and then they sent that staff member home under strict self-quarantine, and then they had to give everybody in there to test again. And it wasn't too bad, but man, I can't wait for this damn thing to be over. You know what I think? I know the Chinese did this deliberately. And I know this. You know how I know this? Because Trump disrupted the cushy relationship that the Chinese had with the United States, where the Chinese was able to walk all over the United States and rip us off. So Trump stopped it, right? Trump stopped that. And then the Chinese said, and then the Trump during the State of the Union address was sort of stating how proud he was of how well he worked in getting everybody doing so well, and that we're stronger and so forth. And I think the Chinese said, Trump is getting cocky. He's boasting. But we're going to sit him flat on his butt. So I believe, my opinion, they deliberately and intentionally intended to knock Trump down a peg by hurting our economy and hurting our people. So I believe this was deliberate. And hurting the rest of the world, that's collateral damage. Reasonable casualties or something or other. I forget exactly the term. But I do believe that the goal was hurting Trump and our country, so that we would go back to the cushy relationship we had before, or hoping to hurt Trump enough so that Biden could get in, and then Biden could restore that cushy relationship where China would continue to take advantage of us. So I think that's what happened. And hurting the rest of the world, that's collateral damage, because their main goal was hurting us, hurting Trump and the United States. That's what I think. For forcing China to level the playing field. You know? Because think about it for a minute, right? What happened when Trump cut off aid down to South America? When Trump was not sending money down there anymore. So what did they do down there? They started a protest. It's like, hey, the United States is interfering with they're giving us their money. They're supposed to give us money. Wah, wah. I'm a baby throwing a tantrum. I'm supposed to get my money. And Daddy isn't giving us our money. So what are we going to do? We're going to storm the border. We're going to throw a tantrum. And what do you think's going on with all the protests and all the thrashing down the statues? I'll tell you. When they said that as they burned the American flag, the protesters were chanting, America was never that great. America was never that great. Or America was never great. And when I heard that, I was like, aha! That's the reason. That's the reason for all of this that's going on. Because they want to prove Trump wrong in the campaign pledge slogan of making America great again. Because they want to fight Trump. And how could they fight Trump? I said, well, we're going to prove to President Trump that America was never great. Because they got nothing to fight with. What are they going to fight? So they have to fight with what he said. They can't fight the man. They can't fight the deeds. They can't fight what he does. So what could they fight against? Well, they can fight against what he said. If they were able to call Trump a liar and then lose his credibility, that will hurt him. So they said, okay, guys, how can we prove America that he's lying when he says to make America great again? Well, that means that America was never great. And that's why they try to throw this bogus claim that the moon landing was staged. Okay? They're trying to put everything down of everything that America's accomplished and the people and events. The moon landing was staged. This president, this person, that person, they were never great. They didn't participate. They had flaws. You know, they were not so great. Great, not perfect, you idiots. You don't have it in your head, the understanding between flawless and great. Okay? Great does not mean flawless, without any flaws or imperfections. These people had imperfections, and it's the era in which they lived. I showed you that scene about Washington, that he was the first to think about freeing the slaves, and Martha said to him, she says, I don't understand what you're talking about. Slavery is so normal, like breathing. So, it's the times that they live in, and times change. He was the first one to think of freeing the slaves. It took 100 years until Lincoln did it. But Washington was the first one to think about freeing the slaves. But they don't teach it at school. And so they taught them. It's like selective information, right? The omission of a truth is still a lie. It's like putting a stumbling block before the blind, or cursing the deaf, because you are not being forthcoming with all the information. You give out only so much information and say, oh, that's all the information we're going to give you. There's no other information. Let's hope they're dumb enough not to back check that. So, that's, basically that. So anyway, I'm getting a little stir crazy, staying in bed. I have about one more week in here, or rather a few more days in here. Hopefully they'll let me out. I am so stuck in here. Alright. That's all I want to talk about today. So take care. And come on. We're one family. Do you want to go to another country? That reminds me. I have this written down. And this is a piece of logic. Okay? If America was never great, like they're saying, why have there been so many people wanting to relocate here, move here, to live here? Why? And why was there such a huge caravan, more than one, coming through Mexico? Mexico said, come, we'll give you asylum. And they say, no, 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 we're going to go to the United States. They could say, yeah, but America was never great. America's not a great country. They said so themselves. America's not a great country. America was never great. What's so great about the United States? What's so great about America? They're saying it all over the place. America was never great. Why do you want to go there? Why not stay here to Mexico where it'll be better for you? Because they're all saying America was never great and America isn't great. So why do you want to go there? Why do you want to live there? Why don't you want to live in Mexico, where it's probably better than the United States? Because the Democrats, they're burning the flags, and they're shouting America was never great. So why do you want to move there? Why do you want to live there? Why did all those people go through Ellis Island to come here if America was never great? Why did you go to some other country if America was never great? So that's the flaw in their logic. Their logic they don't have connecting brain cells. They don't realize that if this is the narrative that they're plugging, that America was never great, and that's the reason for the toppling of these statues, and the burning of the flag, and so forth, that America is not a great country, America's a terrible country, America was never great, then why did so many people, and why do so many people want to live here? Why? If America is so terrible, then why do they want to come here? You can put that in your smoke and pipe it. Screw that up. That's all right. But that's a little piece of flawed logic that just went over their heads. Went in one ear, went out the other. I was like, duh, I don't know, George. Why do people want to come here if this is such a terrible country and it was never great? You gotta ask all the Democrats that question. They probably want to talk about something else. You want to point out logic in their argument, and they'll shift the conversation. Because guess what? They have no answer. That's the secret. Don't tell anybody. The secret reason why they always shift the conversation when you confront them with logic against their argument is, guess what? They don't have an answer. Oh, they don't want anybody to know that. Don't tell anybody. It's a secret. It's a secret from the far left. It's a secret they don't want you to know. Keep it a secret. Okay, guys. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Take care. All right. See you soon. Hopefully the next time you see me, I'll be out of here. Well, I'll be out of the room, which is what I miss. Okay. Take care. I'll see you soon.